Hi, hello, welcome to Dusty Shop, where bad decisions are rabid and planning is lacking. So, don't do what we do. Well, you could try it. Have fun with it. You know, do the YouTube stuff. Click like and subscribe. Alright, thanks. Alright, circus goers, so here we are again today. We're on the old flip truck, and what we're going to do, George and myself, we're going to be working the doors. So, well, you know, this door has got a dent in it right here. I'm going to try to get the dent out of it. You know, we're going to make it nice. So, we're going to try to get that dent out. No, not try. We're going to get the dent out and, you know, fix stuff like this. Like here, the driver's door's got one of the bushings is wore out, so, but it hasn't really fucked anything up too bad. So, we're going to try to we're going to get that fixed today. I need to go out back and rummage through some parts at some point in time and find the horn little dealie for in the dash so we can get the horn, the steering column put back together. I know there's one around here somewhere. It's just one to be able to finding one. So here we go. George, like I said, he's on the driver's side. I'm on the passenger side. We'll start the lovely taking the doors apart and make this thing, make her happen.
Dave, how did this thing come loose? I know it's brittle and I don't want to break these plugs. Now they got that little safety latch thing on there. Before I don't want to break it. 'Cause I know it's quite brittle at this time.
Oh yeah, especially being cold out. Oh yeah, cold and old and brittle. Yeah. Wonderful combination of breakage.
I'll let you take a look, see. I know this shit is all brittle.
Oh.
I know the little keeper right there, but I don't know. Push that in and pull, or there's something on the back side too.
If I remember right. If I remember right, because it has been a little bit.
I don't know what I was doing it, but I think.
Oops. Oops.
It's brittle. Careful.
Oops. It is really brittle. On the side.
See, I know it's keeper. I know you push that in. Or do you pull? That's what I was doing.
There should be another little titty right here that.
Oh, it goes the other way. Okay, hold on. No, it's a little keeper. Let me get it back there. I think anyway. Yeah, it had to be pulled. It's hooked downward. There's one back there, ain't it?
Right.
Does that whole white piece come out? Because it's hooked at the bottom.
No, it's the plug.
Oh.
Oh, we gotta get this part off too.
Might be able to pull that off and get some from the top.
There we go. Just like that.
What a pain. Okay, I got it. Ew.
Yeah.
That's
That's it.
Damn.
The doors are gonna be an all-day love affair, and that's just to take the doors apart, lube everything up, clean them up.
Because everything's old and brittle, and we try not to tear stuff up.
Yep. So I'm gonna see what I need to do. This side of the door part. Phillips. The fun of taking the door apart. You gotta, you know, take all the little screws out.
What a pain in the tuchus.
Yeah.
One more to go, and you can have them.
Let me go get the body tools or interior tools.
Want these picks? I'm done with them.
Yeah, I'll need those. Sure. Come on. Come on.
Okay. Look there, folks. Woohoo! Ooh, what a mess. And they didn't give us nothing, boy, as far as slack.
Not on these doors. These are like probably the worst, like, for absolutely no room to work with.
Oh, she is tired.
So there we go. We need some air and
Other things.
Bada bing, bada bang. Oh, we did it on this. I could be wrong.
Yep, somebody been in here messing around. You having issues, Dave?
Yeah, and it just, you know, I'm just baffled at the second. Shouldn't be having this much trouble.
Dave is not having a good day, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on. You ever just have one of them days where you just can't get anything to seem to work for you? Yeah, we're having one of them days. There it goes. What the hell is holding?
That sounded ugly.
It did sound ugly. Oh. That one.
All my ones broke off.
Mine won't. Now it is. But I've got replacements, but we got more of those. We don't need that. This really doesn't do anything on this thing. It's just kind of in my way. Okay. So let's won't be using that no more. My assortment of, yeah, little pry bars and little doohickeys. Yeah, we're gonna do a little, hopefully, support. My precision body tools. A bunch of boards, hammers, nails, just weird stuff. I don't really, you know, it's just all the good stuff here. Huh? All right, circus goers. So what we got here is George is working on that their window trim seal swiper diaper. Yeah, that thing. So I guess the truck been sitting outside. Which means those are starting to curl right there at that end. So he's trying to like try to get the door kind of coming around a little bit, maybe bend the tab so that way it'll lock back into place. Because like I said, they're in kind of rough shape. So like I said, the cab set out back, sitting on basically a set of tires, quite a few tires off the ground, and it just sat back there, not on the frame. And so we're moving it around and doing everything else. He's just trying to, to get him to catch and bend. Because those pieces, they just have little clips on them, and you slide it down in there, and they're supposed to clip and lock and hold on, and ours ain't clipping and ours ain't locking. So so there it is right there, and that's how it goes in. Stick it in there. Like I said, the little clippy things. They're not broke. They're just like warped. I guess from being in the heat and in the sun, which I had this thing sitting in the trees. I figured, a little shade, but yeah. Anywho, so after a lot of work, playing around, cleaning it, trying to get it to work, we ended up doing is getting a couple set screws. Tech screws, actually, a couple tech screws in that thing, so that way we don't have to buy replacements for it right now, because with the transmission kind of we've seen in the last video, kind of questionable, trying to stay in a certain budget. And if the transmission is no bueno, then pretty much that budget just went right to right out the window. So we're gonna try to salvage as much stuff on here and fix it and make it work. And a lot of times, if you're doing one of these trucks, redoing one of these trucks at home, this is I'm kind of noticing one of the ones that sit around for a while after looking, is this is not uncommon. So I thought it was kind of weird. And I've seen another couple set of doors out back, and I went back there and looked at those, and yeah, they're doing the same thing. Crazy. So yeah, that's what we're doing. End up doing, and like I said, just put some little tech screws in there to kind of hold it into place on the tabs, and that way you can just take it off, and if you get new ones, just pull them back on there, and you don't have to have the screws no more. So there we go. Other than get the black trim down, I think the rest of this here door is gonna have to be so close. Like I said, that other than that door is gonna be filled with a little bit of body fill, some body fill. Tape down. I'm gonna go see if I can't hunt down that part for the horn. So yeah. I'm gonna go hunt down a part for the horn. You might have. Do. And find out, and what I do, I get it coming this way. Yep. Okay. Alright, I gotta make a little weld repair. A plastic weld. A little JB weld, and we're gonna play with a plastic welder. Because our door handle's a little fucked up, but we can fix that. We have the toys. Well, I'm hoping this only takes me just a second. Put me 2 little old welds in this bad boy, and then throw the JB weld on her. And then we'll have the old doors all squared away. I'll have the steering column put together tomorrow. Well, it'd be most likely to be Monday. I'm gonna do a little plastic welding. I just absolutely love this little toy. This is like the coolest thing ever. I've been using the death out of this little thing. It's just a little old plastic. Well, I mean, we've all seen it where they've used soldering irons and all this other stuff. But this little dude is just cool as shit, man. Because I already got the little, pre-bent little pieces of wire. You stick it on the end of this thing right here, like so, just like so. Then you go up down in here, like to the old where it's, like this thing's broke. And then you just kind of, heat it up. And you just let it go. Let it go. And I mean,
That's slick spot on a window.
yes, it is. I'm gonna put me one more. I got some different ones. I need to put me a little B one in there. I'm gonna go get some of our other little wire pieces. So I'm gonna get one of the ones that does a little hoopy thingy around the corner. And then, okay, let me come this way. And then, well, not very well because it's kind of right there in the old, the ultimate bad spot.
Couldn't get that out anyway.
Yeah, that's gonna have to be pulled out with the old, that is just awesome. I'm gonna do a little clipping, and then we're gonna add a little JB weld to it. Oh yeah, we're gonna do that. I gotta do the bushing. I gotta do that little bushing thing over there. Let me put one more of these in there. Let that cool off while he's fixing the door. Before he puts it back together, we'll throw a little JB weld at it. And okay. That's enough, and then I'll cut them off here in a little bit when that cools down good, and I'll let George do his thing on that window. I'm gonna look at the bushing. No, not today. It won't. That's for sure. And we are. Then we'll have the doors all done. Man, that'd be sweet. Then the next big project will be putting them mounting the bed, I guess. All right, so here I am. I looked at the door, and what I've decided to do is go ahead and adjust the door striker because it looks like a little out of line. The door kind of springs, doesn't seal real good. Looks like a little out of adjustment. So, rather than play with the pins and do all that kind of craziness, let's just adjust the striker. It's just this easy. So, you can see, making a little adjustment here. Shut the door. Boom, solid. Just solid as rock. Had a little audio problem through this spot again. Don't know why. We'll have to work through some of our equipment. But anywho, so the other thing we're gonna do too is like on the other side, we're gonna take off that right there. Don't worry, I didn't hit the door or hit the lift. Don't hit the lift. I didn't hit the door either. So we're gonna peel off all the that body trim right there. Yeah, should have shut the door in the first place, but hey. So we'll set that in that piece and that piece, and we'll set that over there on the back of the truck because we don't need it. We're not gonna put it back on. When we do this, we're probably gonna do it more like we're gonna do a little flat color. I can believe flat color or primer color to it. So we don't need all that on there. So while I'm here, I might as well go ahead and just peel that stuff off because, yeah, I can do all that. You know, the fun stuff is sanding it. And get rid of that. And yeah, so that way, eventually we can get to doing the good old body work on this thing. Maybe we'll do a video showing some of that. Alright, circus goers, so here we go. We've got the doors fixed. You know, everything's working inside. We went through, lubed everything up, cleaned all the doors. George fixed all the little black trim underneath the windows. I kind of knocked out the dent in the door a little bit. We're going to come back and do some more when we do the body work on it. Like I said, we got the driver's side door to shut better. So we accomplished everything we want to do. That's just kind of cleaning up the doors. The windows wouldn't roll down very good, so we got that all lubed up and taken care of. So there we go. Like I said, we're gonna come back and finish up the body work. We may do some dent pulling and all that. I might get one of the old tack dent pullers here and there. So got the door panel all put back together. Like I said, power windows, door shut good. So for as old as the truck is, yeah, everything sits good. With that being said, thanks for watching, and yeah, catch us on the next one. All right, thanks.